to these bars.
All right, so I'm gonna have it on Dre to call it. So basically, I'm kind of a comic book guy. So if you've ever seen Batman, this is Two-Face's coin. So this is the part where it was all blown up in the wreck and in the fire. That will be considered the tails, and the heads is gonna be the clean side. So I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna let Dre call it in the air.
Heads.
All right. And it is heads. You want to go first, or you want to defer to Pastor? All right. All right. Give it up for these guys. They can ready to go.
Listen, it's quite catastrophic how we dislocate the body because we differ on our views of the apocalypse. Systematically breaking down the coming kingdom without living it, but don't forget the Pharisees study better than me and you and missed it. But what we do is treat people like Jesus said, you better have perfect theology before you come to him. Where's that written? Because I ain't never seen it. More focused on doing than actually trying to be it. Okay, you got good doctrine, but so do demons. Like you ain't never took a passage out of context and said a bunch of things that the Spirit never meant. See, truth can go straight to your head like Excedrin. But what we do is take that truth to chop off the heads of our brethren. We need to pay attention. Like children come from Ritalin, misdiagnosed, understand like Jay Gibbons. The gospel is the only means to fix it. A lamb without blemish who died and said it was finished. The torn veil was evidence, he broke the division. Now the bride has been mixed like my complexion with every tribe and tongue and nation to bless him. Bringing light to the nations like Thomas Edison. Now I see the purpose of the church. It's community, that's co-unity. Using the foolish things of the world as his only means. So can I be vulnerable for a minute? Because I too have been frustrated and defeated because it was kind of hard to be a godly man when you ain't never seen it. Thus is the purpose of his work. Thus is the purpose of his work. So it's cool if you rap and sing, but there's no fellowship with the king if you ain't part of his church.
Round one. This is only the beginning, y'all. All right, bottom of round one on Apostle Raw. That was hot. Man love, man love. Say y'all. I remember watching Cosby like, with that life who could stop me? But that theology was impossible to copy. It was too far-fetched for this harsh mess to mesh. My scene was set like the flock of David Koresh, death. Laid to rest, dismayed at an early age. Rage, I'm feeling played like a role on the center stage, dang. I'm trying to find value, but don't really know how to. I guess just look around you and follow whatever wows you. I'm on welfare upset, cause when you broke, they clowned you. Money, power, respect, and I just want to be down too. So now I'm hustling, fighting, breaking laws, bagging broads, fresh whips, nice kicks, brand new socks and drawers. I want it all. But don't you ever get the cops involved. Because we supposed to be super thugs, you know. Ain't a problem that the Glock can't solve. Just a river's reflection of the environment young men are dying in. Get locked, a couple of years, get out and try again. Head spinning, personal opinion dominated by what folks think of me. Believing for some reason that any emotion will weaken me. See, in my childhood, this is the identity that defeated me. Trying to become something that I was never meant to be.
The piece about my home turned my house into a coffin. Bitterness towards what I own, it ain't enough, I need some more. Shook my fist about the Lord, I ain't do it, but I wanted to. Ain't thankful for the one, gotta work and make it two. Selfish ambition in my heart, cover whatever is new. I rapped about how I'm the truth until my face was turning blue. But my wife, she really knew me and my walk was just a fluke. Save me from the change, change is far from what I am. I longed for early days when I was grateful for the 9 to 5 you gave. Wisdom doesn't come with age, if it did I wouldn't be stuck in cage. Heart of rage, mouths of grave, Lord come and save. What's the way to freedom? I ain't Jacob Esau, so I'm a right to see God for a moment of bliss. And I can't take back the past, but tomorrow is fixed, cause Lord, you're sovereign in this. Even though I'm in sin, I was rebellious and out of it. Blamed it on church politics. Stopped attending church cause they too tolerant. Then I left the next cause they too moderate. But then I left the next cause they conservative. I guess I'm too quick to burn a bridge. I was shoulder checking godly authority, had a critical spirit, but I blamed it on theology. Like God gives grace to know-it-alls. That's never been his protocol. Discipline to slow you down like Adderall, but it's in that desert place that manna falls. See, I ain't stopped to study. I'm just focused on maturity. Rebuilding friendships that dropped from lack of charity. Hitting my knees, beg the Lord for some clarity. I need your clarity. Cause I was tempted to sign off and stop for good. I guess I forgot that God can do what no one could.
Hey! Shout out to Sway and Cole, man. Hey. I ain't seen you in forever, Sway. You do got all the answers, too. I say, yo. Well, as time changed, so did my mind frame. Perfected a selected method projected as my lane. I went from finding value and wealth to learning knowledge of self and screaming, black man is God, he is knowledge himself. See, I had gone from glorifying indecency to proclaiming myself as a deity. See, these were the demons that were buried very deep in me. Youthful decisions that led me to bad positions. Giving attention to whatever's being mentioned that'll help escape this seemingly meaningless existence. For instance, the street life. It was such nonsense. But if you allow me to speak like, so is that black conscience. You can be slime covered like the rest of the young thuggers, or raise the black brothers through demonizing others. Yeah. But there's got to be more to discover, something to lift you. I said there's got to be more to discover, something to lift you. Not just a band-aid, but something to heal the issue. Something to scratch when your back itch you. Right. For your tears, that soft tissue, and in that third round, that's what I intend to present you.
So the first 2 rounds, I had to go off of memory so you guys can know I could do it. Okay, but I did write a poem just yesterday. I was like, you know what? I want to do something different. So KR, don't feel ashamed. I'm about to go off of the phone too. All right. Can I tell you how God drew me to repentance? My mentality was sick and inventing ways to sin against him without making it evident. Compromising holiness in the name of relevance. Complaining about confusion at the same time spreading it. I rapped about freedom and wasn't seeing it. I preached godliness and wasn't being it. I exposed sin and wasn't fleeing it. It didn't happen once, now y'all know it was subtle. But once a virus attaches to the host, it starts to double. Started to convince myself it was normal. Silently screaming for help from a turmoil. And you wouldn't believe it, my dumb self really thought nobody could see it. Because God will either cover you or expose you until at some point you confess the whole truth. Because following God gets rough, because he's a good father, he disciplines his sons. Yeah. God will crush you until you bounce back like insufficient funds. If you on a different road, you get none like a celibate nun. Studying truth but not living is done. Call that a play on words like intelligent puns. I pray that God will never let me hide. Because now I see that divisiveness in the church is the result of pride. Let me take it back in time, break it down like enzymes. Follow my word like closed caption. The head of the body is Jesus the captain. Salvation isn't the result of church attendance, but it is evidence of your decision that you cut off sin like circumcision. So welcome to the church. In the body I found confession. In the body I found his blessing. In the body my patience is tested. In the body my pockets get flexed a bit. In the body I found division. But in the body I found forgiveness. In the body I found his grace. Together in the body let's seek his face. Oh, God the Son prayed that we would be one. Will the Father not honor the prayer of his beloved? It's going to happen, so come along. Being a Christian is antithetical to being alone. If you don't know this Father, welcome to his home. It's made up of these faces, originated from different places, but with the same mission, such a heavenly vision. Shalom.
I'm gonna rock the phone. I guess that's the movement right now. I'm gonna rock the phone. Hey, I'm just keeping it 100. I was gonna try it, but I wrote this yesterday too, and I was gonna run with it. But I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Everybody keeping it real humble around here. So I'm gonna just rock this lounge show all of a sudden. What happened? Right? It's 30 pages and rhymes in this tune. I'm sorry.
Kenny started it.
Yeah.
Kenny's the greatest.
Now, third part of the sequence. Now, after all the years that death had defeated me, I was unsure of my path and exactly where it was leading me. Self-reliance leaving me in a place of humiliation, and that's exactly where God began to speak to me. See, I wasn't a prodigal. I had never been to the palace to sip from his chalice. I was accustomed to living in madness. Didn't quite know in what form I was fashioned. Identity damage to the kingdom. I came with excessive baggage. But truth. You see, through truth I was released. And I wasn't from the streets. I was reborn a kingdom priest. A ring robe and a feast. The king's road to his peeps. I had become a little brother to the Prince of Peace. See, God showed me I was more than a sinner saved. Died and rose with Christ. I'm a saint, man. That sinner slain. In exchange for shame. Yeah. Yo, I said, yo. See, God showed me I was more than a sinner saved. Died and rose with Christ. I'm a saint, man. That sin is slain. In exchange for shame, he got Christ's blood in his veins. Godly wisdom beyond religious systems within his brain. Man, I'll never be the same. Because I know that God's leading me. Teaching me to reflect the perfection that he perceives in me. Deep in me, there's living water being released. I'm free. The Trinity, Father, Son, and Spirit shapes my identity.
Hey!
Man. Hey, come back up here, fellas. Come on up here.
That boy good.
That boy real good. Who said that?
Hey, so this is only the first battle. What y'all think so far?
Give these guys one more opportunity to go ahead and let you know where you can find